3.2 three-point field goal attempts per game.
Well, North Carolina, for only the 5th time in 35 years wearing blue uniforms at home, they have struggled at times. Just 7-6 coming into this big matchup with the Tar Heels. McCray with a leaner in traffic and makes it. And they beat North Carolina in the championship game.
And Luke Laux still holds the ACC tournament record, 13 assists in that championship game.
34%, but Hubert thinks they are going to shoot it. Trimble slashing inside, and he's denied. 7 assists per game for the senior from Columbia, South Carolina. Jones again, and that one goes down. Hubert Davis said they've not shot it well. They will shoot it down. A slam down the lane goes McCray.
So what happened on that play, Obi? They got the switch. Now, the majority of his work happens at the rim. During the stretch.
No, we came on here talking about how good the front court has been. The line driver won't fall. Powell coming off the bench. A battle for a rebound. It's up and in. And a chance for a three-point play.
And this is where he excels, showing off his athleticism, his ability to play through contact, scoring in the painted area off the offensive rebound. Opportunity for a three.
McGee almost lost the dribble. Shot clock to 7. Wiggins trying to get in the paint for a turnaround and can't hit it. Wilson to the corner. Powell, yes.
But they can do it off of free throws. The key is they have to make the free throws.
McGee lines up a long way, sinks the 3, and the Seminoles really needed that. The senior from Atlanta in his 4th year now. Lots of conference experience. As you mentioned, gets it back and lays it in.
Out of his way, allowing him to be able to get to the rim for the easy.
Veessar down the lane, flips it up, no, and it's Wilson a follow for 2. So 18-12 North Carolina. And an early danger zone for the Seminoles, but McGee with a terrific shot out of the corner. The threes in their opponents to date.
Yeah, oftentimes in the NBA, with only 3 seconds on the shot clock, Caleb Wilson able to get a good look. Caleb Wilson with only 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. The nice touch on what he's seen from Caleb Wilson.
Quick take out of the corner by Somerville, but can't hit it. Bogovats in transition, can't finish, but Mr. Wilson does. And with authority.
What else can he do? He rebounds it, he makes the play, his teammate doesn't finish, so he cleans up the mess. And then as he pushes the break, gets to the Bogovats, is unable to finish, but Caleb there. One of those 8 losses came at the hands of this Florida State Seminoles program, their first ever ACC game in this building, and not just the scouts. They're actually NBA GMs in the building. I've talked to a couple here already this evening, so and that's a welcome sign for Kyan Evans, knocking down another 3.
This is the big leagues.
Yes, it is.
Doesn't get any bigger. Trimble denied. Here's Evans again. All starting to heat up. 7 a game to lead the conference. Back downstairs, it's Wiggins. Wiggins denied. It's popped up off the backboard. Wilson gets it back. Now showing off the passing skills too. And a quick strike as Trimble lays it out.
It's not all about their scoring. Caleb with a nice ball handler, gets out in transition, and then drops the dime to Seth Trimble. And then catching in the middle of the zone, Henri Veessar is able to drop it off to Jaron Stevenson, who drops the hammer. Before the 8-day break, I'm sure Hubert Davis didn't want to take that time away, but they started to pick up a little bit of rhythm, especially behind this guy. 13-9 with still 2.5 remaining in the first half.
Kind of like his chances of another double-double right away. Trimble on the dribble. To spin and fire, and it goes down to the touch. McGee feeding Wiggins. Jones hits the deck, no travel. McGee gets bottled up. Here's McCray open. Got it to 3. Pretty quiet start. Somerville way downtown, but no. Wiggins keeps it alive. Back for McGee, who will launch, and he hits that one.
Luke Laux has to be extremely proud of what his team did defensively, but very aware of what he would do here as they get the ball to him to start the second half.
Boy, that was right on cue. Steele with the pick. Jones to penetrate. And a block by Wilson. He came out of nowhere. Trimble on the other end. Lays it up and in.
And Obi, I can't can't wait for us to see the replay of what Caleb Wilson did defensively on that possession. Chauncey Wiggins able to get to the mid-range and knock down the three.
And he can defend like crazy.
Yeah, look what he's doing on the defensive end of the floor, making life miserable for McCray.
Jones from the corner and will sink the three.
The teammate on the outside.
McCray, a determined drive and a kick for Somerville. He's been the #1 3-point man, second effort. Jones on the spin, working on Trimble, backing him down, lays it in.
Jones attacking off the bounce, able to use his size, great footwork to finish.
North Carolina, for only the 5th time, wearing home blue uniforms. Downstairs, Wilson will not miss that one.
But Wilson continued to work. He wanted the basketball in the high-low. And the answer on the other end, post position and the finish. And came out of the game with just under 2 minutes having been played in that in the second half, as Powell's able to knock out his second.
See if McCray can get rocking and rolling. He is the heart and soul of the offense for FSU, and that'll be knocked down by Chauncey Wiggins. Trimble lines up a long one. He got a great look. Wilson, he beat everyone to the ball. And a foul as Veessar will go to the line. But how about the hustle by the freshman Wilson to get to that?
That's it, OB.
A lot of talent from the freshman. All around the logo, shot clock inside 10. Gets free. Wilson with the slam! With a tomahawk! Oh, my!
Highlight. This might be #1 for here Tuesday, OB. Dixon
with a quick penetration. Finds the open shooter. Evans, and he knocks down the three, and a timeout, Florida State. Laux couldn't wait. He had to call the timeout, even though he was under 12.
The Tar Heels match their largest lead, and once again clearing that backside.
There's Jones, has a size advantage here, and knocks that one down, taking advantage of Evans.
Is going to just dominate in the paint is where we got to see this guy that we're seeing now. As Kobe McGee's able to knock down the 3 ball.
He gets a touch up top. Here's Trimble. Wilson will swing. The shot by Evans. Got it.
5 threes for him on the evening.
At 15 points, he came in averaging only 6 points a game. Wiggins will fire quickly. Got it. Well, they live and die by the 3 and trying to make their way back into game. He has 13. Again, FSU trying to come back. That's been the theme of the night. Trying to make a comeback. Wiggins. And Brock Wilson comes away with it. McCray. Got a quick step to his left and knocks it down.
Pass over the 7-footer.
Jones kicks it out. The swing from McCray. Too strong. On the loose ball numbers here. 2-on-1. Trimble finishes with the dunk.
He kept his word, OB.
He told you back on the shoot around.
Seth Trimble getting out in transition. This has to feel great for him as he's still knocking off some of the rust, trying to get 20 minutes with his headphones in. You know, just trying to find his place of peace for a little while. Did it before he goes to the weight room. So normally I'm in the gym when he's doing it. He feels like this team can be better, but I believe winning game 1 in ACC action has really given them that opportunity to see what they can do.
Trimble getting to 20. Florida State getting a 3-pointer in the air. And that will do it. The final score here tonight. North Carolina 79 and Florida State 66.